It's the first Sunday in May 2020. This is a bit of an update. What I'm working on and what's to come. Hopefully, you're following along with my story. I know this doesn't seem to have a whole lot to do with BMW yet, but I'm just getting started. I left you off with part 8 and the Colonel's involvement in the creation of SimNet. I left you with a lot of documents and links to look at and some time to look at them, hopefully. I'm going to continue with my story next, very soon. Will be parts 9 and 10. I will be talking about my employment with the Colonel and some of the things we did, some of the motorcycling that was done at the time. A lot of this needs photo assistance, I guess, without bogging down in details. A lot of stuff happened. There was a lot of rides. We covered a lot of ground. There were funny moments and ridiculous moments, and some I'm probably not going to talk about. But there isn't a whole lot of time for all of this. I got into my story because it has a lot to do with what's going on in the world right now and the shitboat we're all in. So 9 and 10 are going to resume very soon. And I'm going to be presenting some documents and some video material from other people to you here on my Patreon page. The BMW work is going to continue during this story, of course. And here's here's what I have in the shop. We have that R1100 RT that we're resurrecting after a decade in storage. I've received authorization to proceed with that. We have this nice R1100R that never really needs a whole lot, but it's going to get brake hoses because they're original. And it sure is a nice bike. K1200 RS with that horrible fuel that was in it. And all the corroded fuel tank internals. This one. I have been told to search for replacement parts and get that running again. And then we have RDP. RDP was to be the first bike that I had completed here, out here in the woods. But, as you'll soon see in the video, RTP decided it was going to give me grief, and it didn't want to leave yet. So it's still here. Those 4 are my BMW priorities. There will be video material of all 4 of those machines. Also, my KDX. It has a leaky petcock and the float needle is sticking. So I'm going to have to get into the carb and fuel tank petcock and do some work to that. The old KLR I took out yesterday, and of course it needed nothing but some oil on the chain and a little bit of a chain adjustment. Such a reliable old machine. We're going to be putting piston and rings in this Honda. It's been smoky since we got it. I want to remedy that. Smoke is nice to kill the mosquitoes, but it's also building up enough crankcase pressure to be puking out the vent and marking its turf. So I want to fix that. And then we have this Bruin. This was the first ATV we bought, and this thing was a bit of a wreck. It's never been used. It made it about 10 minutes of use the first day, and it developed a horrendous oil leak, and it wouldn't go more than 12 miles per hour because the clutches are stuck. I'm going to try to do something with this and make this functional. So that's what I have planned in the shop. Parts will be ordered tomorrow, and it's going to be, I've got a week to take care of ATVs and dirt bikes and video. So I want to try to move this project along, and I also want to be able to insert some BMW technical things in between bits of my story, because that's why you're all here, right? The BMW motorcycle maintenance bits. Not everybody wants to hear everything that's in my head and all the crap that I went. And yeah, anyway. So I'm not going to neglect the BMW maintenance end of things. However, there will be test rides and riding video, and I will be explaining things about these bikes like you've never seen one before. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two, hopefully. And yeah, and on. So I'm hoping for a little more saddle time, and I'm hoping for a bit more video content at the same time. Interesting times. Interesting times are certainly ahead, if you don't think they're challenging now. So that's my update. Thank you all for being my patrons, and you guys are wonderful. I don't know what I'd do without you. You know, YouTube has more censorship all the time, and they're closing channels down and taking videos down and monetizing videos that aren't monetized and keeping the ad revenue, and you know, there's no money to be made on YouTube. Anyway, none of that fucking matters. Thank you for being my patron. Your support is greatly appreciated. I have wonderful subscribers. Not only do some of you subscribe monthly, you send a check or a PayPal donation, a camera, SD card, hard drive. You guys are wonderful. Thank you all. You'll see me again very soon, and I may even have a wrench in my hand. Take care. Bye now.